Yo, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 11, UFC 211 recap. We are back live. Now, you know what, yeah? From where I left off, like, talking about the fights, yeah? And, like, telling about the payday and all that shit, well, I made my point clear. You know, about the paydays, title shots, fucking title pictures, fuck me. Yeah, that I make my points clear about those things on Instagram all the time. Yeah. So like, for real, saying it. Yeah, I gotta say, man, that fucking the UFC are starting to pull something out their arse. You know, taking George St. Pierre out of the picture, put your Romero in. But, you know, I digress. I was fucking... let's see what else the UFC can pull out, you know. One fight I never talked about, yeah. And this one is kind of fucking... It fucking vexes me. But it's one of the best fights that happened that night. It was Eddie Alvarez versus Dustin Poirer. Now, you know, I'm giving this fight a lot more importance because it's got its own separate video, innit? But let me holler, man. Alright, so Dustin Poirer and Eddie Alvarez both have each other fucked up. I mean, at any time, Dustin had Eddie, man. I mean, fucking hell. He pushed forward. Push. And as he was pushing, he wasn't just stalking him, he was throwing shot after shot. High ass volume, man. And he had Eddie Alvarez strapped like a fucking cat under a car. Yeah, with a fucking rights and lefts and rights and lefts and rights and lefts. At any time, yeah, the referee could have stopped. He could have stopped it. Yeah, at any time, the referee could have stopped Eddie Alvarez, could have stopped that fight right there. Eddie turns it around, ducks right under, duck under. Eddie turns it around, reverses the sweep, gets Poirer now near the cage. Bam. But Eddie's shots, you can feel them, man. They are coming with wild aggression, man. Eddie was swinging when Dustin was kicking, when Dustin was pounding on him. Eddie was still swinging. Eddie was pounding on Dustin Poirer. Poirer was trying to guard it up, head down. But fucking hell, Eddie Alvarez was fucked. He was fucking him up, man, at the end. Now that the fight ended, yeah, in a no contest. Alright. Now, no contest, yeah. Eddie Alvarez basically had him. He had him finished. If it wasn't for that finish, how Eddie Alvarez finished it, he would have won it. Yeah. He would have won it because he would have got a stoppage from there, I believe. Now, I don't know what. I can't speak on behalf of fans, but you know, that's exactly what I think. He had Dustin in that worse of a position that Eddie could have just finished him fair and square. But instead, he had to land 3 illegal knees to Poirier's head before Herb Dean could have called it. Alright? Now the first one, yeah, he landed a left knee to the side of the face. Alright? Poirier's hand then dropped to the ground fully. Yeah? So that first knee is legal, right? So the second one, Poirier's hand is firmly planted on the ground, easy, plain as fucking day for anyone to see. Lands another one. Poirier drops a little bit. He comes back up. Eddie lands another one. Fucking hell. 3 illegal knees, man. And that third one was a fucking hit. Poirer had gashes coming out of his eyes and fucking hell, everything. Yeah, and you kind of wonder, yeah, that if those illegal knees wouldn't happen, would Poirer have survived flurry? At that point in the fight, would he have survived the flurry, or would he have got stopped? You see, because in my eyes, yeah, Poirer may have just been edging it over Alvarez. You never know, man, with these judges. He may have just been edging it over Alvarez if it had gone the distance. Yeah, in that round, he was edging it. You know, so all in all, UFC 211 full of shockers, full of excitement. Full of debuts. We saw David Branch debut. The former, the champion of the promotion formerly known as what? Formerly known as the World Series of Fighting. Sorry about it. Fucking hell, mate. I'm fucking knackered. But yeah, champion of the promotion formerly known as World Series of Fighting. But that did not take away from his ability. Man, he bought it. He bought it big. David Branch, took a Christoph Jotko is a fucking cocky young bastard, and he came on. They both came in. It wasn't the most impressive victory, I have to say, by any means. He took a decision over him. It wasn't the most impressive victory, but it was a very impressive victory. For his debut against an opponent like Jotko is impressive for anyone, and all power to him, man. If he can make it onto that big time, if he can make it into the elite in the UFC, all power to him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been it. MMA Reloaded, Season 2, Episode 11. We'll now clock it off. You know what? Fucking the UFC, man. Let's just wait for all these title pictures. Wait for all the decisions. And we don't lose that or good decision, bad decision. UFC always have us off our feet. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Godspeed.